The national flag of Cambodia is the only flag to depict a specific building, the iconic Angkor Wat, the world's largest religious monument. This flag symbolizes the country's rich heritage and history. The Khmer people ruled over a larger part of Southeast Asia for a period of about 600 years, from 802 to 1431. It is the largest contiguous kingdom that has existed in the region and covered large parts of what today makes up Thailand, Cambodia and Laos, as well as parts of Vietnam. Angkor Wat has for a long time been on my bucket list, and in January 2025 we flew from Chiang Mai via Bangkok to Siem Reap to spend 5 days in Cambodia and see the temples and other monuments of Angkor. In Siem Reap we bought a 3-day entrance pass to all the temples in Angkor for $62 per person. We also hired a local Tuk Tuk driver, a real nice, helpful and outgoing guy named Pich Pich. He drove us around for 4 days to all the places we wanted to see at a cost of $25 for a whole day. And like in Thailand, they drive on the right-hand side of the road in Cambodia. Pich Pich for sure did a good job and drove us around and showed us all the temples we wanted to see, as well as a tour to Tonle Sap, the largest lake in Southeast Asia. There are several tours you can make in Angkor. The temples lie 8 km or 15 minutes drive north of Siem Reap town center. There are several tours you can do. The small circuit is normally a visit to Angkor Wat, the Bayon Temple in Angkor Thom, Ta Keo and Ta Prohm. On our first day we wanted to see the Ta Prohm temple. Close to the temples are always control posts where the guards scan your tickets. Hello. Here at the entrance of Ta Prohm we saw several restoration works going on. As you walk, these ancient streets, jungle vines creeping through the ruins remind you that this thriving metropolis was ultimately reclaimed by nature. Angkor's Ta Prohm is testament to resilience, artistry and spiritual ambition. This ancient Buddhist monastic complex that was constructed in 1186 AD under the reign of the Khmer king Yayavarman VII and dedicated to his mother remains a hauntingly beautiful sight. Today it's been nicknamed Tomb Raider Temple or Angelina Jolie Temple because it was depicted in 2001 movie Lara Croft Tomb Raider. We went there eager to explore the temple by ourselves, and in ocean of recreating some Indiana Jones experience will be shut down as soon as the first Japanese or Korean group stampedes over you. Ta Prohm is a popular temple on the tourist route because it was featured in the Tomb Raider film. But for once it's worth every bit of hype. Gigantic trees are intertwined with man-made structures, and crumbling stones crowd lengthy corridors. It's the kind of place that makes you want to play hide and seek with the sun and shadows. The magical stones made us wish we knew the stories embedded in them, the enigmatic tales we will never know. This is still a really interesting temple, and the trees and roots and crumbling walls are the same as ever. It is fascinating to see how the banyan trees sling their roots over the walls here, almost resemble frozen waterfalls. This lion carved in stone greets us as we enter the Hall of Dancers from east via the main gate. And like many other Angkor temples, Ta Prohm has been left in much the same condition as it was found, creating an atmospheric blend of history and the raw power of nature. There are more than 150 species of trees in the temple complex, with the most common being the spong tree, sometimes also called a silk cotton tree, that is often seen wrapping itself around and growing out of the structures. Another one with a small root, which cascades from above, is a strangling fig tree. The interplay between the massive tree trunks and the delicate carvings of devatas or deities and celestial dancers called apsaras is nothing short of mesmerizing. The eastern entrance panel by the north outer door features apsara dancers, feminine figures, dwarapala stone plates, Elephants, warriors, a Buddhist triad with a central idol hacked away.
Yeah. You're so fast.
So faster than us.
You're a big help.
When entering through this gate, we immediately were overwhelmed by the crowd of people in the courtyard. The obvious reason was the enormous silk cotton tree that cascaded with its large roots over the inner stone wall. Everybody wanted to have their photos taken here. We just had to have our photo as well. Follow the crowd. Or not, no, this crowd had a French-speaking guide. Its maze-like corridors and partially collapsed structures make exploring this temple feel like stepping into an ancient, forgotten world. We prefer to go there exploring the labyrinth of chambers and courtyards at our own pace and try to find gaps between the two groups. The temple's design embodies a spiritual vision where man and nature exist in harmony. Unlike other Angkor temples that are built like pyramids, this temple has everything built in one store. The roof inside the temple was probably covered with wood and certainly had lots of carvings like the sandstone carvings you can find on almost every surface of the temple. Over time the wood has decayed and is long gone. I was amazed about the precision they had cut the sandstones and fit them together. How did they do this 800 years ago? It should be noted here that many researchers note art styles of different periods in places, reaffirming the belief of some that the temple was added to over time through a succession of eras. Niches are used extensively too, with large ones on the inner galleried walls of the enclosures and smaller ones on the outside walls, all of which have their idol hacked out during the religious upheaval. Some niches do, however, retain their figures. Above those wall niches are beautiful leafy tree patterns with the odd Apsara Devata popping in. Lintels are used above most doorways, but seem mostly decorative rather than narrative. They are often decayed and feature mostly kinetic patterns, including foliated scroll, with a collar set low and at the center, sometimes with an idol above and sometimes with characters set within the scroll. Some, though, are in good condition and they might be more interesting than it seems. Part of the decorative features of Ta Prohm is the use of motifs or roundels, often within foliated scroll patterns. These motifs were common across temples in this era, but one motif at Ta Prohm has reached worldwide fame. Some people see a stegosaurus, others just see a local animal, maybe the hog badger, on a leaf background, but completely up to you. Reclaimed by nature for over 600 years, this is a place where you can truly feel the relentless march of time. Ta Prohm is a temple where nature and history intertwine. It was crowded with tourists in Ta Prohm this day, and we had to accept that it was not a place you had for yourself. Photographers and adventurers alike are drawn to Ta Prohm's ethereal beauty, a perfect juxtaposition of human ambition and nature's reclamation. It's a place where time seems suspended, leaving visitors with a profound sense of awe. Japanese, Chinese, Korean, French, Indian, American, German. I could hear so many different languages spoken around us this day. Ta Prohm seems to be well known all over the world. The way that nature has blended in with the man-made constructions at Ta Prohm is among its most remarkable features. The temple is covered by enormous trees and growing roots, which give it a captivating and mystical appearance. This temple teems with an extraordinary charm, where the past and present coalesce. The massive fig trees, their roots cascading down the temple walls, have become one with the ancient stone structures. The temple's dilapidated state adds to its allure, presenting a haunting yet beautiful tableau of civilization.
On fait comme ça pour respecter les natures. Oui, c'est ça. On peut comprendre pourquoi les arbres poussent dans les temps. Parce qu'on avait la guerre, la bataille contre les Thaïlandaises et la.
As I already mentioned, it was a Buddhist monastery, a center of learning dedicated to Jayavarman VII's mother. Jayavarman VII is generally considered the most powerful of the Khmer monarchs by historians. His government built many projects, including hospitals, highways, rest houses, and temples. With Buddhism as his motivation, King Jayavarman VII is credited with introducing a welfare state that served the physical and spiritual needs of the Khmer people. The temple's stele records that the site was home to more than 12,500 people, including 18 high priests and 615 Apsara dancers, with an additional 80,000 inhabitants in the surrounding villages working to provide services and supplies. The stele also notes that the temple amassed considerable riches, including gold, pearls, and silks. Towering silk cotton trees and strangler figs dominate the ruins, their roots cascading over walls and doorways like enormous snakes, trying to strangle the ancient stone structures.
Everything combination. Can be dark, can be silver. You know the word of Angkor?
Reclaimed by nature for over 600 years, this is a place where you can truly feel the relentless march of time. Ta Prohm is a temple where nature and history intertwine. The temple was highly decorated and extremely ornate, and even after 800 years, fine details can be seen on stone sculptures. It was stunning to see how this massive strangler fig tree covered this corner, almost like an umbrella. The gallery on the west side of Ta Prohm was at risk of collapse and required urgent repairs. By the time we were there in January 2025, they had started the restoration work. The restoration project will focus on repairing and reinforcing the foundation, restoring broken stones and ultimately reassembling them in their original positions. I noticed how every stone was clearly marked with a number. Preserving Ta Prohm's delicate balance between nature and ruins is a challenging task. Ongoing conservation efforts are spearheaded by organizations such as the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. These efforts aim to stabilize the structures while maintaining the temple's lost in the jungle charm that captivates visitors. The challenges include preventing further damage from the encroaching roots and weathering effects, all while allowing the temple to retain its historical and natural beauty. Following the trail east around the ruinous walls of the gallery enclosure, you can see the ornate decoration and cells or niches on the inner wall behind all the fallen rubble. The cells have had their imaginary hacked out during religious upheaval, as researchers point out, by the followers of Shiva. If you look closely, you will see the details are impressive. Ta Prohm left us behind with an impression of admiration and better understanding what devotion and creativity the Khmer artists at that time possessed. I will remember for a long time the delicate carvings of devatas, deities, and Apsara celestial dancers you can find on almost every sandstone wall. I later found a local artist and craftsman outside another temple who was making beautiful handicrafts cut in leather, and bought from him a leather carving of an Apsara dancer.
This I made 40 days, 25, 20 days, 10 days. Yeah, so we have big, have small.
And the one with the elephants?
Elephant is a story Cambodia near the wall on Ta Prohm by John Temple. Yeah, this is near the wall Angkor Wat. Yeah, this is near the wall Angkor Wat story.
It brings back memories of our visit to Angkor, and especially Ta Prohm, every time I look at it on the wall of my living room. Ta Prohm is certainly one of the big ones up there with the Bayon and Angkor Wat. We look forward to visiting these and other temples too, but that will be another video later. If you liked the content of this video, I would be happy if you subscribe to my channel, and you will be notified every time I post a new video. We slowly strolled back to the parking lot at the eastern entrance, where Pich Pich and his fellow drivers patiently waited for us to bring us to the Elephant Terrace and the Bayon Temple. That will follow in my next video.